cases to 98, with 69 people injured. Dusk to dawn curfew imposed on Ifon and the Ilobu towns of Osun State takes its toll on residents. Court dismisses suit filed by All Progressives Congress seeking to restrain conduct of local government election. On the foreign scene, Donald Trump promises golden age as he is sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Good evening, this is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. My name is Okwayemuni. The death toll from Saturday's petrol tanker explosion in Niger State has risen to 98, with 69 injured and 20 shops burnt to the ground. The Director General of the Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Abdullahi Babara, gave the latest update in a statement on Monday. He described the incident as a catastrophic tragedy that has thrown the state into mourning. He confirmed that rescue operations were ongoing with emergency responders working tirelessly to ensure that the injured receive adequate medical attention and to recover the bodies of those who lost their lives. The state government has assured all that it would defray the cost of treatment of injured victims, while the federal government has also said it would cater for the cost of treatment for all the injured victims referred to the FCT for more intensive treatment. The fire incident occurred on Saturday morning when a speeding tanker loaded with fuel crashed and split the fuel on the road. Some residents rushed to scoop the fuel on the road when the tanker caught fire and burnt most of them. The dead have already been buried in a mass grave. The Nigerian Air Force has debunked reports that it is responsible for the explosion at the NNPC wellhead in Buguma community, Asari Toru local government area of Rivers State. Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Vice Marshal Olushola Akimboyewa, in a statement on Monday, described the reports as false and unfounded. According to the statement, contrary to the allegations made by the Buguma community spokesperson, the wellhead had been leaking crude oil due to prolonged illegal activities in the area. It said that video recordings from previous missions confirmed that the wellhead had been leaking for an extended period, resulting in the accumulation of gas and flammable liquids in the surrounding environment. The statement said high-definition video recordings from the NAF platform, including footage from December 2024, clearly show the wellhead spilling oil and the barge already burnt before its arrival at the location. 5 persons have died in a lone accident involving a Mercedes-Benz Jeep at the Fagbems bus stop on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Sunday night. In a statement on Monday, the Ogun State Police Command spokesperson, CSP Omolola Odutola, explained that the accident, which occurred at about 11:30 p.m., was caused by reckless driving on the part of a driver of the Mercedes-Benz. He said 3 men and 2 women inside the vehicle were confirmed dead, while 1 person sustained injuries. Odutola said family members of the victims had been contacted. Here in Osun State, the dusk to dawn curfew imposed on Ifon and Ilobu in the Orolu and the Repodun local government areas of the state, which has entered its 5th day, has started taking its toll on residents of the area. Residents and business owners are calling on Governor Ademola Adeleke to lift the curfew and ensure a solution to the incessant communal clashes between both towns. Joseph Achewe completes the story.
Residents of Ilobu and Ifon are now lamenting the hardship they are currently facing as a result of the dusk to dawn curfew imposed on the towns. It will be recalled that the Osun State government wielded a big stick last week following renewed violence between the 2 communities, which resulted to injuries and the death of a polytechnic student. The long-standing Cold War between these communities, Ifon and Ilobu, which has claimed scores of lives, property destroyed, and have shielded development, is one many of the residents want a lasting solution to. Meanwhile, the curfew has been taking its toll on residents, business owners, and even travelers as they are finding it difficult to go about their daily businesses. A resident of Ifon, Mr. Femi Temitokpe, explained that the curfew is taking a huge toll on them. He says for his kind of business, he sells more in the evening, but with the curfew, he has been restricted to the little he makes to feed his family.
àwọn ibi iṣẹ́ tó yẹ ká lọ lọ́sàn gan àárí lọ àwọn nǹkan mìíràn ń bẹ tó ṣe pé àwa táwọn ẹni tó ṣe pé ẹni tó yọ wọlé láago 7 tó yọ wọlé láago 10 tí ń wọlé láago 7 aago 7 táwọn wọlé ọ̀gán àfàlàáfíà wọlé sọ́jà ń kó a wọn ọ̀jà lílé ọ̀nà èdè sí àgbàdo ayé o kọ́lọ́wọ́ bá dẹ o.
For Adijat Akintunde, who is a tailor, she is facing a very tough time. She disclosed that her kids can't go to school freely, her business isn't going well, and the fear of seeing security personnel everywhere grips her a lot.
A fẹ́ ti gbogbo ọlọ́jà gan torí tẹ́mù tọ́jà ìyá là ń kagbá bí ọwọ́ aago 5 láti kúrò lọ́jà nígbà tí láago 7 ní ká mọ́ close ká tó rọ́kadà ká tó rí gbogbo ẹ̀ aago 5 aago 4 àbọ̀ á ti mọ̀ túká lọ́jà. Torí ìjà tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ọjọ́ wà déédéé máa gbogbo àwọn olóko ní ń sá mo rọ̀jà gbé wá inú ọjà ebi rẹ̀ gan pa aráàlú kọ́láwọn Elédùmarè ò bá bomi ẹ̀rọ sí ti ń bẹ nílẹ̀.
At the popular Ilobu market, many of the traders like Adebi Mutiat appealed to the state government to be lenient with them and relax the curfew to reduce the hardship currently being faced. She called on the state government to find a lasting solution to the constant violence, stating that once there's curfew, many of the traders loses lots of money due to lack of sales.
Inú mi ò dùn sí o bẹ́ẹ̀ náà gbogbo aráàlú dẹ̀ dùn sí pẹ̀lú torí Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká rí wàhálà k'Ọlọ́run bá ṣẹ́gun wàhálà yìí torí 7 to 7 yẹn kò rọ̀ yẹn lọ́rùn ìgbà míì alẹ́ bíi 8, 9, 7 yẹn gangan ìlọjà máa ń wá tó jẹ́ pé a máa ń tàn kankan gbogbo yẹn wọ́n ti blọ́ọ̀kì gbogbo wọ́n bọ̀ lọ́tún wọ́n bọ̀ lọ́sí ó kàn ń pa olúkálùkù láyà ni even àwọn ọmọ gan wọn lè lọ sí school bó ti yẹ bọ́mọ bá lọ school gan yóò tún mọ káyà sókè wípé kan tó dé wọ́n mọ̀ yóò mọ wòkè yóò mọ wọlé kọ́lọ́mbà dẹ́kun wàhálà ìkó tẹ́wa lọ́rùn rárá kọ́lọ́mbà fòpin sí.
The Osun State government yesterday reiterated its commitment to resolving the ongoing communal clashes between Ilobu and Ifon, stating that the curfew imposed on those areas will remain. Many of the residents have now called on the Osun State government to please put an end to the curfew and find a lasting solution as they are tired of losing their loved ones and their properties being destroyed. Joseph Atewe, Western Spring Television News.
A federal high court sitting in Osogbo, Osun State, on Monday dismissed the suit filed by the All Progressives Congress (APC), seeking to restrain the conduct of a local government election and to stop federal allocations to 30 local government areas. Osun APC filed the suit through their lawyer Adeoye Galadima against Osun State government, Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Finance, Accountant General of the Federation, and 3 others. Galadima told the court that a decision taken by the Governor Ademola Adeleke to appoint caretakers into all the local government councils is in contravention of the rights conferred on his clients. Counsel to the Osun State government, Bamidele Salau, from the Ministry of Justice, opposed the claim of the APC counsel, Justice Adefumilola Demi Ajayi, in his judgment, dismissed the suit and awarded cost of 1 million naira against APC counsel for his unprofessional conduct and abuse of court process. The court also awarded 200,000 naira against all claimants for abuse of court. Moving on, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arraigned a former managing director of Assets Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON, Ahmed Kuru, and 4 others for allegedly defrauding Arik Airline of 76 billion naira and another $31.5 million. The other 4 defendants are a former receiver manager of Arik Airline Limited, Kamilu Omokide, Chief Executive Officer of the airline, Captain Roy Ilebodu, Union Bank Limited, and the company Super Bravo Limited. Union Bank was charged with 1 count of making false statements to public officers, while the other 4 defendants were arraigned on a 5-count charge bordering on theft, abuse of office, and stealing by dishonestly taking the property of another. The defendants, however, pleaded not guilty at the arraignment. After listening to the arguments from the parties, Justice Mojisola Dada granted bail to the defendants in the sum of 20 million naira each, with 1 surety each in like sum. Justice Dada then adjourned to March 17 for the commencement of a trial. To security matters, the House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence on Monday urged the federal government to ensure that the total capital allocation as contained on both the 2024 budget and the 2025 budget estimates is released to the security agencies. According to the committee, this will enable the nation's security agencies to deliver on their constitutional mandate efficiently. The chairman, House Committee on National Security and Intelligence, Ahmed Satomi, stated this during Monday's 2025 budget defense by agencies under the purview of the Office of the National Security Advisor. He said it was regrettable that capital allocation to some of the intelligence agencies in 2024 has not been released, while releases to others fell below expectations. The Borno lawmaker stated that though allocation to the security sector has improved over the years, the intelligence subsector has always been underfunded, making it difficult to attain peak service delivery. Satomi called on the various agencies to work together to ensure the safety of Nigerians and their properties, assuring that the committee will carry out its oversight duty in the interest of Nigerians. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has rescued a 5-year-old girl, Miracle Yakubu, and arrested a 46-year-old man, Nawaisi Abdullahi, for alleged abduction. The incident unfolded on Sunday, January 19, 2025, when operatives from the Utako Police Division, working alongside local vigilantes, responded to a distress call. The suspect was seen working with a child along the mobile filling station by Jabi Expressway towards an unknown destination. A statement from the command spokesperson, SP Josephine Ade, said preliminary investigation revealed that Abdullahi had taken the child without the consent of her mother, a local beans cake vendor in Utako village. She said upon interception, police operatives secured the child and reunited her with her family. She added that the suspect was in custody and investigations were ongoing to uncover the full circumstances of the incident. In Kano State, operatives of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps have arrested 6 motorcycle thieves who specialized in violently attacking and snatching motorbikes from unsuspecting members of the public in the state. The suspects were apprehended in the Gurin, Gawa, and the Bechi areas of Kumbotso local government area of the state. The public relations officer for the state command of the NSCDC, Ibrahim Abdullahi, confirmed the arrest in a statement on Monday. It disclosed that 2 members of a gang remain at large and a serious manhunt has been launched to apprehend them. You are watching News at 7 on Western Spring Television. Still to come, teenager pleads guilty to murdering 3 young girls at Taylor Swift-themed dance event in the United Kingdom. We'll bring you more on this when we return.
Born Jeremiah Oyeni Obafemi on March 6, 1909, Obafemi Awolowo was a prime architect of Nigeria's independence and most consummate advocate of free education and social welfare in Africa's most populous nation. Erudite politician, thinker and philosopher, Awo was fondly addressed by associates and political colleagues, brought his unique attributes to bear on governance in the defunct Western region. He administered as leader of government business and the premier between 1955 and 1958. Obafemi Awolowo's premiership witnessed pioneering in multi-sectoral policy initiatives and execution. The Western region under his administration paraded several enviable records. First television station in Africa, first real estate in Nigeria, first high-rise building in Nigeria, first modern sports stadium in Nigeria, first agricultural settlement in Nigeria, first modern civil service secretariat in Nigeria, and first industrial estate in Nigeria. His face is on 100 Naira denomination as a mark of honor for his distinguished services to his country. Western Spring Television identifies Obafemi Awolowo as a major character in history.
Up to 75% of all new human diseases come from animals. Ebola, anthrax, and monkeypox all came from animals. And as more dead wild animals are being transported to our cities, we risk introducing another disease outbreak. This will affect our health, economy, and well-being. So say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
Born 16th September 1923, named Harry Lee Kuan and known as Lee Kuan Yew, he was often addressed by his initials of LKY. Lee Kuan Yew was a barrister and the first Prime Minister of Singapore between 1959 and 1990. Educated at Raffles Institution from 1936 to 1940 and the Fitzwilliam House between 1947 and 1949, Lee Kuan Yew established a highly effective and anti-corrupt governance system that midwives the transformation of Singapore into a high net worth income economy within a generation. He never hid his exception to Western mode democratic ideal, which he believed had not assisted developing nations to attain good government. Before his death on 23 March 2015, the People's Action Party, which he founded, had used its political influence to establish the United World College of Southeast Asia to expand his economic ideas among countries that constitute the Asian Tiger. Western Spring Television identifies Lee Kuan Yew as a major character in history.
Welcome back. This is still News at 7 on Western Spring Television. A reminder of our headlines. Death toll from Saturday's petrol tanker explosion in Niger State rises to 98, with 69 people injured. Dusk to dawn curfew imposed on Ifon and the Lobuk towns of Osun State takes its toll on residents. Court dismisses suit filed by All Progressives Congress seeking to restrain conduct of local government election. On the foreign scene, Donald Trump promises golden age as he is sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Donald Trump has been sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Trump was sworn into office on two Bibles, one given to him by his mother and Lincoln Bible, which has been used by several other previous presidents, including Abraham Lincoln in 1861. It is the first time since the 1890s that a president who was defeated in an election has returned victorious to take the oath for a second time. Earlier, J.D. Vance was sworn in as the Vice President of the United States. Tech billionaires, cabinet nominees, and former presidents are at the ceremony inside the U.S. Capitol, which was moved indoors for the first time in decades due to the bitter cold. Meanwhile, minutes before Trump took the oath, Joe Biden issued pardons for members of his family. In his address, Trump declared the start of a golden age and listed several executive orders he plans to sign.
The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.